And welcome back to the Philosophy Podcast, episode number 4. I can't even believe we made it this far. Actually, I can. Thank you so much for everybody for their support. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to the channel. So, listen, right out of the gate, some really big news has happened that affects a lot of people that watch the podcast, right? A majority of the demographic of the podcast are high school and college, many whom are athletes. And we're going to get a lot of those great athletes on the podcast throughout the year. And recently, college athletes are able to make money. Pretty great, I think. But then we have these people. Somebody tweeted this the other day. I call them the jelly fam, right? They're so jelly, right? And they go like, the college football stuff is groundbreaking and long overdue. And this was a tweet that somebody said. And I understand trying to get a bag, but it's got athletes who haven't done anything at the collegiate level with 700 to 2,000 followers posting that their DMs are open. And then it says, humble yourself, get in the lab, and focus on what's important. So, first of all, the lab, you're not a bunny, so they're not going to do tests on you. I don't get that part. But listen, I get, the whole, train your body and stuff. But here's the thing, okay? Those athletes with 700 to 2,000 followers, right? If they're on the scout team or whatever team that they're on, okay? First and foremost, they earned a scholarship to go to this college. They earned a spot on the roster, okay? If you're on scout team or whatever team you're on, you are helping out the guys who are on the field winning the games, okay? Those guys don't have to work as hard as you do to get your sponsorships. Why? Because their talent levels are higher than yours, okay? But they're going out there, they're winning. So guess what? People are like, yes, I want them to sponsor us. But now here's where I call, everybody, there's always the cake, but then there's people who love like the crumbs of the cake. There are businesses out there that are like, what other athletes can we go out there and can we help? So that's why all these other athletes go out there and post that their DMs are open, because that's the only way that they could really tell people, listen, I need your help. I need the money. And right there, they're feeding off the crumbs. So there's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. And quite frankly, the person who posted this doesn't even have the numbers to even talk about this. They're just, like I called them before, the jelly fam. So I don't agree with this statement that they made at all. If you're a college athlete, you are a college athlete. It doesn't matter what team you're on or whatever spot you are on, okay? You're on the team. You got the scholarship. You're on. If you want to post that your DMs are open, go ahead and post it and make your money, all right? I know that everybody's like, oh my God, he's got a point. The same thing happens, look at Barstool Sports, okay? They're sponsoring every single person that's posted they're a Barstool athlete. They're helping. It don't matter if you're a D3 water polo player, okay? They're going to help you. So you know what? If you're on scout or if you're riding the bench, guarding the Gatorade, okay? Post that your DMs are open. Help yourself. Eat off those crumbs and make some money for yourself. There's nothing wrong about that. Only the people who are in the jelly fam are the ones who are jealous of that. Tanner! Hello, Tanner's girlfriend. So hold on. Now I'm going to do the intro. And you know what? I am so excited for my episode 4 guest, okay? He's the man who's behind the scenes, who makes me look pretty, tries to cover up my nose as best as he can.
That's like impossible, bro.
My production, my producer, my director, Tanner Kurtz. And Tanner's got his girlfriend.
Welcome, everybody. Well. My girlfriend's on the phone. She's coming to get me after this shit show. And let me call you back in a little bit.
Yes.
All right, bye.
She said boom. Actually, she didn't say goodbye. She said boom.
She did not say boom. She said bye, like a normal human being.
Yeah. So Tanner, welcome to the pod. It's kind of hard to welcome you, in your own office.
Can't really welcome me. Yeah, welcome me to my own fucking house. But
yeah,
it is a pleasure to finally be in front of the camera and not behind the camera anymore. I'm truly honored, Phil. Thank you for reaching out and having me.
Oh, it's
super excited for today's episode.
So am I. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one.
We were actually talking about this before, so I just thought, let's bring it up, right? Dude, Starbucks coffee has been, somebody told me the other day, talk about what affects us. So here it is. Starbucks coffee lately has sucked. Yeah. It's awful.
Coffee is coffee. Coffee does the trick. No matter how shitty it tastes, it will always do the trick, which is why everyone drinks it, in my opinion. But, this morning, I was running on, 4 hours of sleep, and I was like, all right, I had to go into the city this morning for work, and I was like, all right, I need Starbucks right now. So stopped at Starbucks. I went in, got my drink, whatever I get, and it just tasted like shit. And I mean, like, I drank it. It was good. It did the trick, but it just tasted like shit. And I mean, I ended up drinking 3 cups of coffee throughout the entire day, all 3 of which were from Starbucks. And the second one was actually normal. Sorry, excuse me. But second one was normal, and then the third one tasted like shit again. And I'm like, Starbucks, buddy, like, get your shit together.
Right?
The other week, Phil's coming to record a segment or something. I don't even remember. And he was like, what do you want from Starbucks? And I was like, what did I ask you for? Vanilla latte. No,
yeah.
I asked you for a
caramel macchiato. They ran out.
They didn't have fucking caramel.
They ran out of the number one drink.
How do you not have... Hey, Mom, you want to come join?
Hi, Mrs. Kurtz.
Hi.
You're screwing us right now.
No, you're good.
No,
You're
come
all
on.
good.
Come on, say hi. Say hi. Guys, this is my lovely mother.
We're
She's
talking
the
about
best.
the Starbucks shortage
Come
that
sit
they
here.
have right
Come
now.
on.
Come say hi.
Come in.
Okay, what are we talking about?
We're
Talking about how
this-
Starbucks tastes like shit at the moment. But
Like,
come
this-
on. Oh,
they're-
watch
they're
the camera,
they're
genius.
run-
It's on Phil. Now it's on you.
They're running out of drinks.
Come say
No
hi. This is-
caramel macchiatos.
Hi.
You gotta speak into the mic.
Hi.
This is my mom. She's the best.
I try to be. I try to do the best I can.
Yeah.
And what are we talking about? Starbucks? Let me
Yeah.
give you my input. What's the topic? They're running out of drinks?
They're running out of drinks left and right. Like, there's no iced caramel macchiatos. Today, I ordered my drink. The guy, when I got there, goes like, "You wanted caramel in this?" I'm like, "Yes." Like, that's what I ordered it. It's awful.
That's
Come-
not good. That's not good. Well,
No
you know
bueno.
what? They're also short on people. And the lines
Oh,
are
yeah.
really,
Tell him your
really
story. Tell him your
long.
story. Tell him your story.
Yeah.
Tell him your story. She is a funny Starbucks story. Wait, hold on. You sit down. And
You
watch
sit.
Dude, what's
Tanner's
going
gonna
on with
fix the
Starbucks?
camera.
Starbucks?
The hazelnut cappuccino, the one we talked about the other night. Sit down.
Oh,
You gotta
okay,
tell
okay,
the
all
story.
right. Okay, I'll tell the story. I'm a fanatic about cappuccinos.
Hold on. You gotta talk into the microphone or else I'm not gonna hear you.
Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm a fanatic about a cappuccino. And there's a specific way in which you make a flavored cappuccino. You put the pump of syrup in first before you do anything else.
Right?
So-
that's the same way they should all be.
They should all
Exactly.
be done
That's
that
how
way.
everything
you
should be.
never make the cappuccino and then put the squirt of syrup in. That's backwards. You always have to put the squirt in first. So I'm walking into a Starbucks store. I'm on the New Jersey Turnpike. And I go in. It's quite early in the morning. And the lady behind the counter making my cappuccino puts the cappuccino in first. And then she puts the two
Oh,
pumps of syrup in. And then she
Oh.
puts the lid on and she hands it to me. And I was so disappointed because it's quite early in the morning and I needed that cappuccino to be done right, not backwards. So I just politely said, you know, this really isn't the way I like my cappuccino. I'd prefer that you put the pumps in first and then put the cappuccino in. And she looked at me like, well, this is the way I make it. And if you want it, I'll give it to you this way, or you can buy another one.
Damn.
So do you know what I did?
You threw it in her face?
No, I bought
Oh.
another one.
Okay.
I wanted it done right.
The way you said it, I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, I told
okay.
her she could keep the bad one. That I wasn't going to buy that one. But that's my story. You know, listen, guys, girls, ladies, men, we have to get the pumps in first before the cappuccino goes in, right?
Absolutely.
Pumps
Well,
in first.
you know what
Pumps
it
in
is?
first.
You know what it is too? Like, back in came out, from a party. Next day, to get me going, I needed my cappuccino, but do the espresso shots in. If it's not done the right way,
Right.
like my whole day is completely
you know,
ruined.
it doesn't melt together
Exactly.
right.
Like they have one job. Like here's the other thing too, okay? This is a big thing. I go to a drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
Not being mean here, I might get canceled for saying this. A short person with short arms should not be working at the drive-through window when they hand you the cup. Their only job is to hand you the cup. If they're too short to get that, my coffee's spilling on me in my car. Like you just
Right.
started off somebody's day like awful.
You know, they have
You
to
have one
realize how
job.
important it is in the morning to get it right. And you
Exactly.
only get one shot to get it right. Only
Exactly.
One shot.
It is like these people are.
It's a mindset for
It
us.
is.
I mean, we are looking forward to that great cappuccino.
Exactly.
I hate the Gucci mom.
Is my time done? Well, I'm going
Thank
to
you,
dinner
Mrs. Kirk.
then.
We
All
will
right,
see you
listen,
soon.
Anytime. Let me know what our topics are. I would love to chime in every
You
once
got
in
it.
a while, all
You
right?
got it.
All
We'll
right,
see you soon.
bye.
Bye.
Save your spot.
So, like I was saying, do you?
All right, I'm back.
So, do you?
I know you guys miss me because she
So-
wants to listen to my mom speak about her hazelnut cappuccino.
So, do you agree though? Like, somebody with short arms should not be working at the Starbucks front window.
Like
They
the
can't
drive-through window?
Yeah, if they can't reach the car, what are they doing there? That's their only job.
I guess, but like, you can't not hire them because they're short. Like that's fucked up.
Well, no, you can hire them, but they could put on like the headphones and be like, "Hi, welcome to Starbucks."
Yeah, they
How can I
just shouldn't
take
be
your order?"
manning that station.
Exactly,
yeah.
that's not
Well,
their
I know
station.
what also is so annoying.
Yes, what is it?
When I go through a drive-through, no matter where it is, and it's raining, and I roll my window down, and the people take forever. I'm like,
Yes,
dude, I'm
and they're like looking at you.
practically gonna start fucking drowning. Give me my coffee or
Exactly.
my cheeseburger or whatever it is.
It's like having a
Like,
lifeguard at the
car
Olympics.
My car is just drenched right now. Like, can you please just fucking like I'm gonna roll the window back up until you're ready.
Yeah.
Like knock on it. So the Dunkin' Donuts in Cresskill has an awning, so you don't get wet in the rain. It's so
That's
fresh.
amazing.
It's so fresh. Everything, every store should have that.
So, all right, so we just got it through. We just started off our podcast, but we started our days. Bad fucking Starbucks. That's bullshit.
No, this was a good fucking start to a great fucking podcast.
It was a great start. It was a great start, but the Starbucks has not been Starbucks. Been more like Sandbucks, not the stars, like the sand on the ground now. So, you know what? Now let's go right into some other stuff. So, you started off, you were designing shoes,
Yes.
okay?
7th grade, or earlier than that, probably like 6th grade.
Right? You
Started
designing.
painting sneakers.
Yep.
I remember the first pair of shoes I painted were a pair of flip flops from TJ Maxx, and I put Gucci stripes on them. They were $4.
Wow.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Young Jordan Belfort over here.
Jordan Belfort. No. But yeah, I started off in 6th grade doing sneakers. It was extremely time consuming, but it was a passion of mine. I love to paint and create, and art is in my family background. Not that type of art, obviously, but I mean, everyone has to be original. So I started that, and then I remember the first time I ever, like, when I started to get more onto the social media side of things, I was starting to realize that the biggest part of selling as a minor would definitely be through social media. I mean, I don't have a bank account. I don't have a credit card. Like, can't just make a website. Like, I'm not that smart. So I was like, all right, yeah, like, DM me, sneakers. We'll figure it out there. And, I mean, I was doing about maybe 2 sneakers a week. So I was making around $100 a sneaker. I was making about $100 minimum per sneaker. So around $200 a week in 6th grade. I'm not complaining. Right now, I wouldn't be fucking complaining if I was making $200 a week. And then I started to realize, obviously, that I need to start going the social media route, and pictures on my iPhone weren't going to cut it. And I reached out to a guy who specializes, or said he specializes in building social medias. His name was Alec. Keep the last names out of stuff, but
Alec was a liar, I assume.
Alec wasn't a liar. Alec was a piece of shit. That's what
Ah.
Alec was. But I'll get into that next. But yeah, I reached out to Alec and I was like, I need your help building social media. And he was like, all right. So we had a couple FaceTime calls. We put together a shoot. And this was maybe summer going into sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
Around August. It was right around my birthday. We had this whole big photo shoot that we were gonna do. We were gonna get a video and a photo, and a bunch of photos. And he reached out to a photographer by name Steve Mathis on Instagram. Steve Visuals, go follow him. He's the fucking man. But he did my first shoot. It went really, really well. We could probably throw up some of the pictures if I can find them. No
Yeah, if
promises.
you find them,
If I can
put 'em up.
find them, we'll throw them up. But Steve did the shoot, absolutely killed it. But Alec just kept promising me a website, and the website just never got to where I wanted it to be. And I kept paying him, kept giving him money, basically just robbed me. Probably, I mean, I gave him probably a little over $1,000, maybe $1,200.
I think
total.
we all have an Alec in our lives.
Everybody probably does, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the kid was an asshole, robbed me. I lost a bunch of money on it. Whatever. What are you gonna do about it? It's not like I could sue the kid. I mean,
Exactly.
I
Well-
was a sophomore in high school.
Exactly.
But
And people are
Yeah.
so manipulative nowadays too. You know, like I was talking the other day, I was going back in my private store and I was looking at stuff, and I truly believe this, okay? You know, a liar and a murderer can be the exact same thing. A liar murders friendships, plain and simple. You lie to your friend, that friendship doesn't mean anything anymore. I think it's just destroyed practically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a jump there with your.
Well,
I understand what you're trying to say.
yes.
Bit of a jump. A liar and
murderer
are
is a
definitely not the
murderer.
same thing, but I definitely understand what you're trying to say. I mean, nobody wants a liar in their corner
Yeah.
or somebody who makes shit up. Like my dad always told me, people who make assumptions are not people you want to be around because an assumption makes an ass out of you and me. If you break the word down, it's ass, you, me.
Yeah.
So I've always been going by that. But yeah, this kid Alec was a real piece of shit. Robbed me for a lot of money. He's got some stupid company now where he makes LED lights for your room. He's big on like the drop shipping and trade bullshit that I just don't believe in. And whatever. Lost a couple dollars. I ended up just continuing on with my business. And then I was like, all right, this kid just robbed me of close to $1,500 that I don't have anymore. So it's not like I'm spending that on a photographer.
Exactly.
I'm not spending that on another kid like Alec. I don't trust these people anymore. I really kept my circle really small with the people who I let
Fit in
help
or
me with
fuck
my
off.
business. And honestly, really the only person really helping me was my brother Cooper.
Cooper Kurtz.
Cooper's
Shout
the man.
out.
Cooper used to prep all my sneakers for me, and he'd come down to my desk and he'd sit on the other side of my desk and he'd just prep all my sneakers. So he'd sand them down, he'd tape them up, he'd give it to me, I'd paint them, and that was that. And then my mom helped me with the business side in terms of just managing my money and stuff. Because I mean, after losing $1,500, which is
It's a scary
at
thing.
the time is about more than half your bank account or checkings account or all the money I've made throughout making shoes.
Right.
It's a lot. So your trust really dies. And then honestly, the passion for sneakers will always be there, but it got to a point where it was extremely time consuming. Like I'd be spending 2 days, I'd have football practice
Yeah.
until I get home like 6 o'clock, 6:30, shower, do any sort of schoolwork. I said a lot. I did not do any fucking schoolwork. I didn't.
Talking about bank accounts.
Yeah, what about
So-
bank accounts?
Our viewers, right? A majority of them, either they're starting their jobs or they're degenerate gamblers who don't win any money whatsoever. What are the biggest, you think, investing and money management things that you can give them right here? If there's 2 key things that you could tell them, because you've grown a successful business with the shoes, and now you don't do that anymore, but now you're in the photography business, the production business.
Okay, so just generalize your question a little bit more
If there were 2 tips you could give
for investing.
for investing for
I
kids
would
that are
say-
our age, what would they be?
All right.
If there's one stock I could give you,
I'm
Coca-Cola Company.
I'm
That's a
17
big
years
one.
old. I'm 17 years old. I'm blessed enough to say I don't have bills to pay. I'm not in debt yet. My money is gonna, if I have $500, it's gonna, and I don't spend any of it, it's gonna stay $500 because I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to pay car insurance. All that shit that I'm blessed enough to not have to pay. Stop investing into stuff that you can't control. I don't care how big the Coca-Cola company is. I don't care how big Tesla is. I don't care about any of that shit. Stop investing
I'm not
into
an
stuff.
Elon Musk guy, so I'm not a
Stop
Tesla guy.
investing into stuff you can't control. Ever since I've been making money, the only thing I've invested into is myself. And
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
in yourself.
That's all I have to say. Invest in yourself because you can control everything you do with the money that you're investing into yourself. It's like I invested into myself. February of sophomore year, I bought my first camera. I used it for about a year. Sony A7 II, loved it. Honestly, it featured on a couple of these podcasts. A couple of these podcasts were filmed with that camera. I just recently sold it.
Great camera.
Shut up, Phil. But yeah, I invested in
Listen to me, Dad.
myself, and I don't regret it one bit. So stop investing in stuff that you can't control because, I don't care how big the Coca-Cola company is. You might make a few bucks, you might lose a few bucks, but
You gotta be
it's
smart.
not at your fingertips. You can't
Exactly.
control it.
You need to be
So
smart.
all the money that I've put into my own businesses, I've been able to control, and I've been able to grow, and I've been confident that I've been able to control. So it's like confidence has always been a huge factor. Like I need to be able to walk into every shoot, every pair of sneakers I paint. This is the best pair of sneakers I've ever painted. This is the best shoot I've ever done. This is the best podcast I've ever filmed. blah blah blah. Like the confidence needs to be there, and there's also a huge barrier between confidence and ego. You can't walk in and be an egotistical asshole. You just have to be confident and high on your own stock, which is what I've always been, and my parents have always been high on my own stock. I'm blessed to say that my parents have always supported me in whatever direction I decided to go in. And I mean, I stopped playing football to pursue this, and I mean, it wasn't the easiest patch of my life to hang up the pads, but it's past me now, and both my parents are supportive of that decision, as badly as I know my dad wants to see me play football. Love you, Dad.
Rose Bowl champion.
Huh?
Rose Bowl champion.
Was it a Rose Bowl? I don't know if it was a Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and Orange Bowl.
He's got 2 rings though.
Yeah, I don't know which. It's one of those. It's 2 of those 3. I don't remember. We'll have to ask.
No
him.
biggie.
We'll have to get him on the podcast.
Yeah. No biggie. It's 2 of the 3. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
But I do love the invest in yourself thing, because I was seeing something the other
invest
day.
in yourself. You invest in yourself all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I know you. What do you put your money into stocks? Do you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
I
Alright.
did back. You know what
But
it is? During
every
COVID,
single
I was
week-
doing the stock thing, but then I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. You're not going to make all this money in stocks unless you're an actual stockbroker.
Yeah.
And the stock market is just like gambling, okay?
It's literally gambling because you can't control it.
You cannot
can't
control
who
it.
wins a sports game.
And here's the thing too about investing in yourself. Like people often ask me, how do you pay for the podcast? How do you do all this? I umpire. I get hit in the balls for a living lately, and it sucks. But look what it does. We get these great podcasts. We have a great studio. I'm investing in myself. Does it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurts a lot. But I saw this thing the other day about people with their cars and stuff, and if you only had one car for the rest of your life, what would you do with that car? And somebody goes well, I'd take care of it. But guess what? The reality in life is you're not only gonna have one car. You have multiple cars, but you only have one body, you only have one brain, and you only have one you. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not investing in yourself. What are you even doing?
I mean, there's so many ways to invest in yourself besides obviously spending a couple dollars. I mean, there's so much time and effort and hard work that you have to put in that has nothing to do with money, just to invest in yourself and make yourself a better person each and every day. It's like I've always used this one metaphor.
At this stage in our lives, we can do so many things. Like, if I ever yell at someone, if I ever go off on somebody, I go back and think to myself, I got to fix that relationship. At this stage in our life, don't be known as the snake. Don't be known as the prank caller. Be known as the guy that, it's my birthday. Phil's just sent me Cookie Connect out of nowhere.
My God, Cookie Connect is so fire.
Right? Be the person that everybody wants to be like, I'm in help. I'm going to go to Phil, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Be the person that everybody's like, that's a good friend. That's a good person.
Yeah, but it's I've always used this one metaphor that, I heard somebody say it on social media, but it's always stuck with me. It's you know how a knife is made? So a knife, which is made out of metal, or there's
iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, but a knife's made out of metal, and the way they make the knife so strong to where it doesn't just bend or snap is they fold it. And when you fold metal, you're taking out the impurities, and you're making the metal more pure than it already is. And the average knife is folded around 12 to 15 times, which is making it strong enough to not bend. But the strongest knife or sword in the world is folded over 400 times. It's one of those Japanese things called, those really long Japanese swords.
Oh, samurai sword fighters. Well, that's what they are.
Those people. But the strongest one is folded over 400 times, and every day I wake up and I'm like, all right, let's, as a metaphor, let's fold. I want to fold and get rid of my impurities and just be more pure and be a better person and make myself stronger and happier and healthier. And that's a metaphor that I think everybody should take and use and live by.
It's your wave, ride it.
Yeah, it's my fuck you. I actually archived that post today.
I love that post.
I archived that post yesterday.
I love that post. It's one of my favorite posts.
Yesterday, but yeah, I'm gonna do Phil a favor right now because he's a fucking idiot and he's not managing his time. We're gonna cut to No More Bullshit, and we'll be back right after that. So,
and welcome back to No More Bullshit. As you can see, I got the bullshit shit behind me. Of course, I got on the Save America hat because we gotta just get rid of all this bullshit. Love this little book right here. Winners aren't losers. Maybe I'll read that next on the pod, but we got to get back. This is a very juicy podcast. I want to really look into this. So I was on vacation, right? And, when I'm on the plane, all you hear is them like one announcement about, what food they have. And then they make 11 announcements. If you don't have on your mask, like you will be asked to leave the aircraft. Okay, sure, whatever. All right. And I guess, whatever, that's their rules. But this is something that I've been talking about for a while. And when we were going to release this, because YouTube might take it down because of us saying this about the virus. But what it comes down to is here, it's Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci I have absolutely no respect for because all the money that he made off and profited from this pandemic when he was a voice of it. And then, it's just started, these emails of his, all these lies that he knew that it was going to come. And he projected it. About 4 years ago, he projected the biggest thing that's going to affect the Trump administration is going to be a national pandemic. How could you predict it that far out without, being like, okay, well, we're going to have a pandemic, so it's just like anything. If you're going to have a flood, well, we know that this might flood, so let's go fix it up, make sure it doesn't flood. All right. So now he predicts it. Then same thing happens with Bill Gates. One of the biggest billionaires in America predicts the exact same thing. Does it go to anybody here that, Bill Gates gets a divorce? Is it because his wife knew that he knew that we're going to have a national pandemic, and then all the awful things that he does, using people as guinea pigs down in Africa. And now Bill Gates is making a vaccine for this. And Dr. Fauci's cashing in with books, all these deals, TV things from this pandemic. Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci both invested in the Wuhan lab that put this virus among us. Why are they not in jail, or why is there no investigations into them? That's bullshit. They're making money off of something that they knew was going to happen that's killed hundreds of thousands of people. But no, we won't say anything about it because they're all hidden up by the left stream media. It's awful. My next thing with no more bullshit, this one I actually thinking really how I was going to say it, so I'm just going to go right at it here, okay? I'm sure everybody saw it. Venmo posted that thing that, if you share this, we'll give you $100 in their account. People, it's a ripoff. It is an absolute ripoff what Venmo was doing. They're not going to give anybody $100. If they do, they're either people who work for the company or who have a connection with the company in some sort of way. All that it was a marketing scheme. So now guess what? You don't have Venmo over there? Okay, so Sean doesn't have Venmo, but Jake has a Venmo. So Jake's going to share the $100 thing. So now Sean's going to be like, I need to catch a barracoon. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to post that about Venmo. And I'm going to go get myself a Venmo account. Boom, Venmo just made money. You just got an account. Oh my God, their marketing system works. You don't get 100. Jake doesn't get 100. Phil doesn't get 100. Nobody gets $100. Okay? That's bullshit what they did. But it was a smart marketing thing. But nobody was smart enough to catch it. And I was watching. I'm like, I got to get in the studio. But I was away, so we couldn't get in the studio to do it. But now, that's some real crazy bullshit right there about the Venmo thing. Now, a big thing with some bullshit in my mind comes down to this, okay? Oil rig exploded in the ocean a couple days ago, maybe about a week ago. And all these girls posted, we need to take care of our planet. Really? Did you not read the facts? Why else would the ocean be on fire? Okay? Because the oil rig went up, okay? Therefore, oil creates fire and water. So that's what you got to do, okay? They care more about saving the planet without looking into the facts than they do about a person's mental health or, a normal life. And you're like, well, what are you talking about, Phil? Like, because, a friend of mine, right, breaks up with her boyfriend, okay, goes out and starts taking selfies with all the ex-boyfriend's friends, posting it all over social media. It's weak. So now that person is now home. Maybe they're upset about it. But this happens on a day-to-day basis all the time. And sometimes it's even worse than that, okay? Their friends of the ex-boyfriend are getting with the ex-girlfriend because she's doing it. And now you're putting these people into depression. And it happens the same thing with guys, but I see the tendency more in these girls, right? You care more about saving the planet? Well, then guess what? Throw out your Starbucks and your iced caramel macchiatos, okay? Because guess what? The straw, that's paper. I'm saving the planet. What's the cup? It's plastic. No, you're not, okay? Go out there and try to save a life. Help out somebody. That's the big thing right here, okay? I'll tell you what. I mean, I listen to some of these things that some of these people say to people, and it's just awful, the things that they post. Like, it's awful. It's so cruel. That's your segment of No More Bullshit. Let's get back out. It's a juicy episode. And welcome back, since No More Bullshit. Tanner, let's do some rapid fire, and then let's end this thing. Favorite part about working on the podcast?
Looking at your big nose.
Okay, that's I say the thing about your forehead.
My forehead's not big. What are you talking about, bro?
Dude, okay.
What the fuck are
Noah
you
Beck,
talking
let's
about?
calm down.
What the fuck are you
Okay.
talking about?
Funniest thing that's ever happened on the podcast.
When you fell out of your chair and we were filming your first promo video.
Do we have the video?
We probably do somewhere. I hope we really do, because it's hilarious.
Tanner, roll the clip.
We're gonna try. If we don't have it, we don't have it. Whatever. Come
Tanner,
on,
let's
fire.
roll the clip. 3 things that affect kids today that they don't realize.
That was fucking right-hand turn and a half. Say that one more time.
3 things that affect kids that they don't realize.
Shit. 3 things that affect kids that they don't realize.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, give me one of yours.
The people you surround you with mold you.
Okay.
All right. Don't be a stupid driver.
That affects kids and they realize it, bro.
Some of them don't, though.
That's just true.
Some
All right.
of them don't.
Third one.
And the third one is be a good person.
What?
Don't be a bitch.
That makes
Don't be a
no
bitch. Don't be a bitch.
fucking sense.
Okay, fine.
You're not rapid firing.
Let me
You're
redo.
not rapid
All right,
firing.
rapid fire. Don't be a loser. Be a winner. Winners aren't losers. That's my third
All right,
one.
what's your next question? Keep going.
All right.
You don't have any more questions?
That's about it, bro. we had a lot though that's upcoming.
Yeah, we got a lot of big things. Stay tuned, guys. We're about to hit our 30-minute record time, so
We gotta go,
we
Tanner.
really gotta go.
I'll
Phil,
see you later. Bye
thank you.
bye.
We'll see you. Catch you, bro.
Oh shit! I almost fell.